Shay.
Welcome to Cooking Common Sense. I'm really excited about what I'm going to show you how to make today because it's one of my favorites and it's very cheap and it's very quick and most of the ingredients can be found in your pantry. So that's great and the whole family will love it, and it's chili. I love taco salad, and one of the ingredients in my taco salad is chili. So I like to make a big pot, and then I use mason jars and I can some, which I can talk about later. Anyway, there's just a few ingredients. There's onions and Anaheim peppers and jalapenos and garlic, a few spices we'll talk about, tomatoes, and beans. That's it. So first I start by sauteing the onions. Nice hot pot with some olive oil, about a tablespoon, sizzling hot. And I put in all of the onions and all of the peppers. If you don't have any fresh jalapeno, you can substitute canned diced chili peppers. They're really good. And you can use bell peppers, whatever you have. Red peppers are great. I just happen to have Anaheim peppers in my garden, and my sister gave me some jalapenos, so yay. Anyway, give this a quick stir. We'll let this do its thing for a minute. I like it to get kind of brown because it adds another level of flavor to the chili. So I think I said that this chili I don't add meat to just because it's one of the few things that I really like it without the meat, and we're all trying to cut down on how much meat that we eat lately. So it seemed like a really good way. And my family loves it, and they don't miss it. But if you wanted to, you could put ground hamburger, you could have ground beef or ground turkey, chopped beef, anything you want. So I'm going to add a little garlic to this. My pieces are kind of big. I'm going to add a couple cloves. Now, I haven't really given any measurements just because it's really what you have. If you have a small onion, use a small onion. If you have a large one, use half if you're just making enough for a meal. I'm trying to make kind of a big pot tonight because I want it, like I said, can some for other things. So while I'm making it, I figure I might as well. So we have the onions and the peppers and the garlic in here, and they're getting nice and hot. And there's just a few more things to add. Now, I keep lots of different kinds of beans in my pantry because it's very convenient for days like this. Bean and cheese burritos for the kids' lunches. So, I always have them. And if you want, you can use fresh beans. Just follow the recipe for cooking them on the package. However many cups to however many quarts of water. And, when they're soft, drain them. And you can put those in here. Today I'm going to use a big can of pinto beans and a small can of kidney beans. And I may add more. Like I said, I just kind of go with what I have. That's the beauty of this. And there's one. For the tomatoes, in my garden I had a whole bunch of different kinds of tomatoes. So we chopped those up, but you can use canned tomatoes if you want. I usually can my own tomatoes, but it's the end of the season, so I'm out and I'm ready to make some fresh ones. Maybe we'll do a video. So I think, ideally I'd like it to be a little browner, but I'm not going to make you guys wait for the magic. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the pinto beans. And you can drain them. I don't mind it. I like thick chili, so I just add the liquid. I figure it doesn't hurt. You're going to probably add liquid to it anyway if it's too thick, so why not? And then, like I mentioned, we have our own fresh tomatoes, so I'm going to add these. And that's easy. Got our recycling here now. That can go. Now, for spices, I am going to just kind of wing it. I like it to have a nice, bold flavor. So I'm going to use about a tablespoon of ground cumin. It's great for taco seasoning too. But, put in a tablespoon of this and chili powder, and then try it and see if it's not enough, add more. But this is a pretty big pot, so a tablespoon of each should be good. And then about a teaspoon of salt. And then I have some fun things. My friend, hi Polly, She gave me this smoked paprika Spanish style. She's into the spice shops in our town that just opened, so she went crazy and got me a bunch of spices. I'm going to put a little bit of it in. It's smoky and it's a chili, so. And then cayenne. I put the jalapenos in, but I tried them as I went when I was cutting them. Take the seeds out if you don't like heat, and then just try the flesh of the pepper and make sure it's not too hot. And if it's not too hot, add a whole bunch. We'll keep trying them as you go, but you get the idea. You can add more if they're not that hot. And a little bit of cayenne, just make sure I have a tiny bit of heat. I don't like really, really hot stuff. And now that these are all mixed together, I'm just going to let it cook until dinner time. An hour would be great. 3 hours would be better. But again, whatever you have, you can do this in the crock pot in the morning and just have it cooking all day so it's ready when you get home. And after, you can see what it looks like when it's fresh. After it cooks for about an hour, I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you how I can it. So stay tuned, we're going to have some chili. So our chili has been cooking about an hour, a little bit more. And it's pretty good. I'd probably let it go a little longer. Of course, if I wasn't doing it for you guys, I would have sauteed my vegetables longer, and it would have been a little far long. But it's beautiful, and it's wonderful, and I'm going to show you how to can. I mentioned I like to make extra and then put it in the mason jars. Do this with my spaghetti sauce too. Key to canning, clean jars. My grandmother always heated the jars first, and she is irritated that I don't, but I never need to. My lid's always sealed. Anyway, clean jar, and I've got my little funnel here, and I'm just gonna fill it up with all of my hypothetical leftover chili. So the first thing is the clean jar, and the second thing is making sure, hold on one second, stay there, is making sure that you clean off the rim super good. You don't want anything there because it'll not let it seal right. So I've got my lids. Pack it down. It's really nice and hot. Just set it aside, and pretty soon you hear it go, it's done. Put it in the fridge, and it'll stay there. If it seals, if you press on it and there's no give, it's sealed. It can stay in the fridge for weeks. Otherwise, you know, eat it within a week. So anyway, that's it. Maybe I'll make the taco salad video later. See you guys next time.